I'm Jason Pinkston, and this is your Backstage Pass. Today on Backstage Pass, we catch up with rising star and guitar virtuoso Lindsay Ell.
Goodbye, heartache, catch you on another day. Got better things to do than cry, no, I won't. All my tears.
Lindsay Ell inviting us on her bus. Thank you.
Thank you for coming aboard.
Yeah, you know what? And she's a hugger. I love that about you.
am.
You know, because I'm a girl from Alabama myself.
Okay.
We hug.
Southern hospitality, Canadian.
Canadian.
There's
Quite a distance there.
Quite a distance, but hey, the fact that we both have the same values is a good thing.
There you go. You're a beautiful lady, and you know what? Everybody's always interested. Everybody has a story.
Yes.
What's yours? I mean, what are we doing right now?
Well, I grew up with music ever since I was a little girl. You know, I started playing piano when I was 6 years old and picked up the guitar when I was 8, and it practically became like another limb off my body. Mm-hmm. I started playing because my dad played, and I used to go to bluegrass camps with him when I was the tiny little blonde girl carrying on this massive acoustic guitar, following my dad and all of his friends around, and just soaking up every ounce of music that I could, and you know, listening to a lot of Chet Atkins and Tony Rice at the time. And then a few years later, when I was in my young teens, I met up with a guy by the name of Randy Bachman from BTO, Guess Who, American Woman, Taking Care of Business. So all those classic rock songs, and the first few writing sessions I had with Randy, he was playing all these jazz chords up and down the neck and all these insane shapes, and I'd just sit there and look at him and be like, Randy, what is that? Those are so cool.
Yeah.
So he got me listening to a lot of different styles of music, you know, Hendrix and Clapton and Stevie Ray Vaughan, and, you know, genres that I wasn't familiar with growing up, but it just opened up a whole new world of music and guitar playing, and gave me a different vocabulary to pull from as a musician and a songwriter. Strippin' on love.
You were hungry.
I was extremely hungry. From that point, it was just like hit the ground running.
Yeah. And you were I'm not even sure you were aware, you were catching the attention of a lot of folks, and maybe you didn't even realize it at the time.
Well, you know, I was told, yeah, that little girl who plays guitar, because I was so young, and you know, I would hang out oftentimes with players who were better than me, you know, and I would try to immerse myself in circles where I was just totally over my head, so that hopefully they'd rub off, you know, or I'd learn something new. And so I was definitely the odd dog out in a lot of scenarios, you know, and I'm thankful for that, though, because it taught me a lot of stuff early on. And, you know, coming to Nashville and living here for the past 3-4 years has been such an amazing experience. You know, it's brought me back to my country roots and who I am, but now I can just pull from, you know, those other nuances and influences, especially in a live scenario, to sort of create a sound that maybe people haven't heard before.
And you are dubbed a country music singer, songwriter, and guitarist, but you're saying you want to change the mold. You want to break it and start again.
Well, you know, I just find that the artists I look up to them for the package that they are.
Sure.
You know, like the way they sing, the way they write, the way they play whatever instrument they do, and how they perform, and just the dynamics that you can put on in a performance. And so I'm a country girl at heart, and I always will be. And you know, I just hope that all those other tastes and influences can come out in a live show or on a record or on the radio. And you know, it may be something that people will be like, oh, that sounds fresh. Who is that?
When was that point in your career where you said, is this it? Am I, you know, you want to be, everybody uses that word, discovered.
Right. You know, it's something that I've learned that you will always fight for it and always kind of try to be happy with where you're at, you know?
Sure.
The first few moments when I was growing up, I was like, well, I just gotta get in the recording studio and then I'll be fine. I just gotta sign my first record deal and then I'll be fine. I just gotta release my first single and then I'll be fine. And it's just like every time you reach a goal, which is good, you know, you're moving forward and in the general direction, vicinity where you want to be, 5 more challenging, bigger opportunities present themselves. And so I've just sort of gotten used to living with the fact that you're sort of in uncontentment.
Absolutely.
In a positive way, you know,
Absolutely.
but it always just sort of pushes you forward and
That's
causes
right.
you to want to learn new things.
You're climbing the mountain. You're reaching a new summit every day, you
Yes.
know. People always like to know that's something about you. Of course, they can follow you online and listen to your music. What do you like to do for you? What's your escape? What do you enjoy?
Well, oddly enough, my escape is really playing guitar.
Okay.
And people find that it's weird sometimes, but I really do love music. I live, eat, and breathe it. And sometimes maybe I'll play something different when it's my escape or when it's me time. But you know, we've been traveling so much, and I've been literally in the thick of living the dream, as they say. And
Awesome.
And just doing absolutely everything we can and meeting as many people as we can and playing as many shows as we can. And so it doesn't really necessarily leave a lot of time for you time. And you know, I love going to see movies, but I think in the past 8 months I've seen 2 movies. So I love it though. I'm literally on cloud 9. I couldn't be happier. And yeah, me and my guitar are definitely
You're dating. You got a thing going.
Oh, we
I mean,
have a thing going.
Yeah. What's next for you? What do you want to do?
We'll be hopping back in the studio to finish recording the record and doing lots of festival and radio shows this summer, and then hopefully a album release and touring again in the fall.
Nice. Do you want to invite people to find you? How do they look you
Yes.
up and download?
Follow and tweet and upload and
hashtag.
stream. Hashtag is an art.
Hashtag, baby.
Hashtagging.
That's it. Yeah.
That's the. I'm kind of a Twitter fanatic.
You are?
I spend about 2-3 hours a day on Twitter and Instagram, and I just love having that one-on-one connection with fans. You know, especially from Europe to playing all across Canada to now, you know, being on the We Are Pioneers tour. It's just amazing for me to check Twitter after the show and see pictures people are posting, and you know, we had so much fun tonight. You guys were amazing, and so I just love having that one-on-one connection. So people can find me at Lindsay Ell on Twitter, and I will respond to you. Sometimes it might take me a day or two to get back, but they can know it's me.
It's you. You don't have your people.
It's
Your
me
people
behind
aren't
my
doing
little iPhone keyboard, tweeting away.
Every artist who's aspiring to be heard or be recognized, they've slipped a tape or they've slipped that disc or whatever. You kind of have a story about leaving a disc somewhere, or talk about that. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, when I was really, really young, I made this little demo CD of Jan Arden cover songs and Tommy Emmanuel guitar instrumentals and little things that I'd written, and Randy Bachman found it and said, "This sounds like a young Chet Atkins
Yes.
playing." And then he found out that I was a girl, and he was like, I need to meet her. And so shortly after that, I remember the first time he was coming over to the house, and my parents were huge BTO fans. And so they were freaking out because my mom was making sure the house was clean and my dad didn't know what to do. And here Randy and his wife pull up in front of our house in a limo.
Woo!
And, you know, everybody's just going crazy. And
They're like,
he
"Where's
comes to the front
Lindsay?
door.
She's in the limo."
Yeah.
Lindsay's on her way.
Imagine that, hey? But he comes to the front door in jeans and sneakers and was just so down to earth, and picks up a guitar, puts his feet up on the coffee table, and was like, "Let's write a song."
Cool.
And so he's always been, you know, like another dad to me growing up, really, and a really close mentor, and has been affirmation of staying down to earth regardless of, you know, what happens in your career, and just always sort of keeping that groundedness and integrity and sunshine on me. I met somebody, got me tripping on us, tripping on love. I had a good day, sun shining on me. I met somebody, got me tripping on us, tripping on us.
I'm Jason Pinkston, and this has been your Backstage Pass.